Education is the prime mover. What is the prime mover concept? It was developed by Aristotle, and it was basically the idea and the notion that God was the prime mover, the cause of the cause, if you will, in the universe. And so if you look at economic development or real estate investment, education fits the bill. Education is the prime mover. And as we look at, what sits behind me is a $100 million investment by the University of North Texas in Frisco. It sits on a 100-acre campus and will offer 27 undergraduate and master's degrees. And I think looking at a project like this, it makes it very clear and obvious that states like Texas understand the notion in the bigger picture of where we're at and the importance of education. The leaders in Texas understand the concepts of a zero-sum labor market discussed by the likes of people like Mark Lotman in When the Boomers Bail. I think it's important to understand this concept and to really understand why certain areas are growing and others aren't. And a big reason for that is because of education. And I've gleaned a lot of information, a lot of knowledge from the likes of Michael Crow, president of ASU, and also Ray Dalio. And I think there's some important topics here, and I think we're going to cut into that real quick.
The government of the United States decides that it's in the best interest of the United States to triple down on our continued maintenance of dominance and exclusivity and protectiveness in the semiconductor manufacturing business. The most likely leading competitor right now for all of this will be Austin, Texas. And Austin, Texas, inside the state of Texas, also a place that is believes in a controlled government, small government, a lot of conservatives in Texas and so forth, like we have here in Arizona, thoughtful and considerate. But they have a completely different view, a totally different view about competitiveness. Their goal is to win. Win, 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 win. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. And make whatever investments are necessary to win. So they did. And so they decided a few years ago that they wanted to be the center place for all research related to cancer on the planet. So they set aside billions of dollars, the state of Texas, led by the business community, to make these things happen. And so what we don't have here in our business community, and I've said this publicly before and I'll say it again, is as Chris really alluded to, it's everybody for themselves. There's no plan. And there's not, I mean, I understand that. That's logical, it's rational, it's economically rational, it's behaviorally rational. It just doesn't allow you to win.
The biggest problem in education is, well, besides not recognizing it as a great national priority, is that the Constitution makes it statewide, and then within the state, the school districts are, if you're in a rich school district, you have taxation that will pay for a better education than if you're in a poor school district, and that we don't create a bottom. There's no bottom.
So the keys to what those videos highlighted by Ray Dalio is education in its current state. It's a national emergency. It should be addressed. It needs to be addressed throughout. The reality that poor districts fall further behind than rich districts with respect to quality education. And I think people and leaders in the state of Texas understand that, and they made plans and significant investments, again, as Michael Crow stated, led by the business community. Here's one right behind me, $100 million. And this is just one of many in the state of Texas. And it's a mindset that is one that's for the desire to win, as Michael Crow said about the state of Texas. The leaders want to win, and they're willing to make the necessary investments to do so. And it's not this every man for themselves mindset. And the reality is because business leaders understand that if you do not have an educated workforce, you will not attract and retain young, talented people like Mark Lotman has discussed. And it's really that simple. If you're looking to invest, to move into an area, you have to find where quality education exists. You have to find where the prime mover is. Where are the investments in the prime mover? Education. That's where you invest. That's where you move. I'd love to see your comments. I'd love to hear your comments. Thank you.